Picture all of the land, dry and barren. Rivers and lakes gone, nothing but dust and sand. This is the world our future generations will experience if changes are not made in how we use the planet. Today I will discuss how livestock and agriculture takes a major toll on the environment by delving into geographic transitional trends, how climate change has been affected, and how water levels are drastically declining according to a report compiled by the Food and Agriculture Organization of the United Nations. I'm going to inform you about how livestock and agriculture negatively affects the environment and uses valuable renewable and non-renewable resources. Let's begin with the facts about recent geographical transitional trends. The conversion of natural habitats to pastures and cropland has been rapid. In fact, more land was converted to crops between 1950 and 1980 than in the preceding 150 years. As a major land user, the livestock sector has a substantial influence on land degradation. To counter this, the livestock sector is expanding into natural ecosystems and contaminating pre-urban environments, which leads to an increase in pollution, soil degradation, and productivity losses in feed crop production areas. We just discussed the geographical transition, including the geography and demand and hotspots of land degradation. Now I'll explain livestock's role in climate change. Anthropogenic climate change has recently become a well-established fact. The greenhouse effect is key in temperature regulation. In fact, without it, the Earth's average temperature would not be 15 degrees Celsius, it would be -6 degrees Celsius. Since the beginning of the industrial period, anthropogenic emissions have led to an increase in concentrations of these gases, resulting in global warming. The average temperature of the Earth's surface has risen by 0.6 degrees Celsius since the late 1800s. And the projections show that the average temperature can increase by up to 5.8 degrees Celsius by 2100, this being the largest raise in temperature in the last 10,000 years. Livestock contributes to the net increase of carbon in many ways, including burning fossil fuels to produce mineral fertilizers for feed production, methane release from the breakdown of fertilizers and animal manure, land use changes for feed production, land degradation, of course, and fossil fuel used in production and transportation of processed and refrigerated animal products. The U.S. uses the largest amount of chemical fertilizers compared to every other country. We use about 4.6 million tons a year. Overall, livestock activities contribute to about 18% of total anthropogenic greenhouse gas emissions, putting out an abundance of carbon dioxide and methane. Additionally, livestock accounts for 65% of the global output of nitrous oxide, which is the most potent of the three major greenhouse gases. We just talked about livestock's role in climate change, including trends as well as the role in carbon cycle. And now I'm going to talk to you about livestock's role in water depletion. About 2.5% of all water resources are freshwater, 70% of which is locked in glaciers and permanent snow like the snow caps at the poles. And more than 2.3 billion people live in water-stressed basins. However, that hasn't kept people in the countries that are less stressed to use more than their share on the livestock. Agriculture, including livestock, accounts for about 70% of the available water and 93% of total water depletion worldwide. And if this continues, the water resources will continue to deplete exponentially. We just talked about livestock's role in water depletion, including the water use and land use impacts, and now I'm going to talk about the importance of everything we discussed today. Today I talked about how livestock and agriculture takes a major toll on the environment. I talked about geographic transitional trends, how climate change has been affected, how the water levels are declining drastically, and all of this information, like I said, I got from the Food and Agriculture Organization of the United Nations. You can check it up online, and I urge everyone to take this newly gained knowledge and pass it on to those who are less aware. Thank you.